What's up? I have this Cmb knife here. This is the Cmb Kawanonagare, I think. It's got this wonderful carbon fiber that's got some kind of silver fused in it. I don't know if that's titanium in that carbon fiber. Titanium scales. It's got this crisp blade. Look at that thing, man. So I picked this thing up on a whim. Got a great deal on it, but there's no box or paperwork or anything, which that's okay. I mean, this thing is so cool. The action on it. I mean, front flipper only. Look at this thing. Very cool. Very cool. And oddly enough, I mean, really nice in hand. Excellent action. Very comfortable. The handle clearly matches the blade. You know, the blade just falls right in there and disappears. Titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip. Yeah, very cool. I do feel this lock, this frame lock, under my fingers a lot. Like, I feel it when I'm, running the action and stuff. So I think if I could keep my fingers off it, this thing might be, yeah, look how free that is. It's this lock bar. That's the only tension on it. And it's basically drop shut. I mean, this thing shuts wonderfully. I am going to take a look at this frame lock though, where it lines up. Looks like outside to inside pretty much. Well, let's take it apart. Come on. I mean, it was repped as new. Let's cover that first. It was repped as new, never carried. And, the typical wear points up here in the front, going in and out of the pocket, the pocket clip. It's hard to keep the pocket clip to know where. The blade itself, definitely a factory grind. I mean, I think it represents as a new knife. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that assessment. All right, let's get it apart. I mean, it's just enough of a unique piece that I was paying attention to it and I was able to make an offer that I thought was reasonable, and the seller thought so too. There it is. Nice cage bearings. I mean, the blade is super light. Here we've got some designer marks on the inside versus outside. You've got Tiguan S35VN, and then I believe that's the CMB logo. Steel insert on the frame lock. Yeah, very cool. And I like the idea of putting that badging on the inside. I mean, some would disagree because if you don't take the knife apart, you'd never see it, right? There we go. It's captured pivot. I mean, honestly, all I want is that washer. I want to clean that washer. Yeah, just like that. There we go. Let's wipe it down and we'll put it back together. Nice captured pivot. Pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, really neat little blade stock. S35VN. Internal stop pins. Got a nice little blood groove on the blade. Very cool. I mean, don't ask me to say that name again. Kiwana. I mean, it's on the video. I mean, you tell me how to say it and we'll both know. Whew. Yeah, I gotta get that lined up straight. Did I wipe this off? Short-term memory loss, man. There we go. Nice little cage, copper cage ceramics. Little hardened steel washers. Keep them bearings off that titanium. Yeah, what a cool little interesting piece, man. Very cool. Yeah, I thought I had that backwards. Let's go that way. And shiny side to the bearing. There we go. Okay. Neat little back spacer. I mean, really simple, but everything is very nice on this knife. Very nice. Excellent build quality. Yeah, very cool. Get all this stuff out of the way. Give it a little wipe. Love this black coating. All right, let's talk about this action. So it's only a front flipper, but it's got wonderful jimping up here. And that flipper tab, look how it pops out of there, gets high up over the pivot, and so it affords a wonderful snap. Yeah, really good. Access to the lock bar. It's not lowered here, but there's enough distance, and they're reliefed on both sides, so there's plenty of distance in here to get the thumb in, and the tension is really just perfect to release that knife. It's not too much, not too little. You know, and the too little side, what it does is it doesn't give the handler confidence. Like if that's too light, it's like, well, is that even locking up or whatever? Yeah, so this is Goldilocks, man. It is just right. Yeah, wonderful. Very cool. Yeah, so how do I rate this action? I mean, I'm going to say it's an A. It's A-level action. Takes a little shake to get down, but it is so hydraulic coming down that, I mean, and so here's my thought process right now. I'm trying to think of how I don't give this a straight up A. Like, what knocks this down to a A minus? Which is still great. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm thinking A minus. That's great action. I mean, I'm going to give it an A. It's just that good. Really is. You know, it's on par with, um, oh, what's that little knife that I like? Man, it'll come to me. But it's, you know, for a little stinger like this, it is really nice. Let's talk about ergonomics. So just the design of this, and oddly enough, those curves, those squigglies fall right where my fingers line up. And so it affords me this grip right here. And I know I don't have a finger guard, but not so confident, confident, very confident. Man, this thing is so locked in, I'm going to swoop it right up towards a confident grip. With this tip, rearward facing right there in a Pakal grip, I mean, I have to say that is formidable. Look at that. Like, man, if that was brought to bear, this needle of a hook right here, oh. Yeah, and that grip works there. Pakal grip. It's got this wonderful locked in standard grip, really locked in. I can't express how tight and locked in this knife feels in my hand. It's itty bitty, but I mean, I say itty bitty, but I mean it's got a formidable blade on it. Um, yeah, wonderful, and it's got a good reverse grip that you can cap off as well. Pretty nice. Um, let's check that pocket clip. Yeah, golly, this thing. It was an impulse buy. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a run at that. But man, once in hand, it's like, wow, is this thing nice? Yeah, so that clip's not going to work on this thick stuff. I mean, I got it in there, but it ran out of room really quickly. It's just too much. Standard size jeans right here. Money. Yeah, all the way in. Leaves a wonderful little non-intimidating profile. I like it. About a quarter of an inch sticking out of the pocket. Kind of a leaf shape, you know, a leafy shape. Very cool. Excellent tension. My spot back here, man, that thing will ride back there all day. I'll probably forget it was there. You know, just small, light. And what a conversation piece. It's like, hey, can I use your pocket knife? Sure. What the? Yeah, very cool. Because listen, on the surface, this could easily like look like a gas station knife or some novelty. But I'll tell you, you put this in hand, you realize it's not that at all. This is a high end, you know, not a high end like, you know, $1,500, but, you know, high end in my world, S35VN, titanium. And I believe this is titanium lined carbon fiber. I think there's titanium layers in the carbon fiber. I mean, this thing is just wow. It's not gimmicky at all. It is a legit Chris knife. Yep, no doubt. Um, Safety. Yeah, so right up on the blade right there. Yeah. That blade bows up right here on this one, and it's right at the surface. See it? There you can see it. I mean, it's right at the surface. So I've got blade contact there. The tip is recessed, so the tip's good, the clip's good, but there is blade contact in this one spot right here. So in the pocket, or just mishandling the knife, it's feasible that I could catch this blade and cut myself if it's sharp. Well, let's check that. Is it sharp? I think we can agree that it's sharp. Yeah. And that tip, oh, that claw tip. Mm-hmm. That is a slasher. Woo. Wow. Price and availability. Ooh, careful. I went backwards there. Lost track of where I was at, and was gonna close it on that sharp blade. Goofball. Yep. I'm so broke I can't even pay attention, man. What's up? All right. Price and availability. So I think White Mountain Knives is a source for this piece, this Kawanonagare, however you say it, man. The reason I say that is because on the Cmb site, these are like 225. Well, on White Mountain Knives, they're already down to like 200 bucks. Well, if you use the discount code DM10, that gets you another 10% off. So that brings this piece down to about 180 bucks. S35VN, they're all titanium. They all have some kind of carbon fiber in them, but they're different colors. Like I think there's a blue one, a gray one, looks like a gray coated blade. All S35VN, all carbon fiber, and then titanium scales. Yeah, so about 180 bucks, and that's no tax, free shipping. So that's the other thing. I mean, you buy this just about any place else. The Cmb site, there's a good chance you get taxed. Now, I don't know if you do on that site. I've never bought from them. But, anyways, that knife, the Cmb knife, the crisp blade design, very cool. Appreciate y'all watching.